Fair. Hey, Kathleen, speaking of music.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is more another batch here in this challenge.
Of rapid-fire opinions on bands.
Yes. And
Okay.
again, if you missed it earlier, these are just Kathleen's opinions. If they don't match your opinions, that's okay. Your musical opinions are just as valid.
Yeah, everybody's musical opinions are valid because there's very few ways to objectively judge music.
Kathleen, can I sneak in on this with you a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. Please sit down. Andrew has excellent taste in music.
Actually, judging music by objective metrics would be really funny. It had volume.
Well,
There was treble and bass.
I mean, you can judge music objectively in so much that some people are more skillful than others at playing their instruments, such as Joe Satriani was objectively a better guitar player than I'll ever be. Right? Like, that's not a controversial statement.
Yeah.
You can make objective statements about music, but you can't say, oh, objectively, this band sucks, because that's not, unless they can't play their instruments and their gimmick is not, we can't play our instruments, but we're good, like the Shags, right? That's a stupid way to evaluate music. It's just whether or not it succeeds at what it's trying to do, which every band is different, right? And whether or not you like them was just subjective thing.
It's funny that actually Alex mentioned volume because we used to be able to judge bands objectively before the loudness war.
Yeah.
The what?
So I don't know.
That's a joke for like 2 people.
Unlike the first batch, Kathleen,
Yeah.
I don't know any of these.
Oh, good.
I know one of them
Perfect.
All right.
because I can see over your shoulder.
This town needs guns.
Oh, what?
Or TTNG.
No,
Okay.
I don't know who that is.
Giraffes?
Oh, they're fun.
They're really good.
They're
sorry.
like high energy math rock.
Yeah, sorry. It's actually if I pronounce it with the punctuation correctly, it's giraffes. Giraffes.
Yeah, if I recall correctly, the band is named after a book as well, and I own that book, which is just a book it's like a coffee table book full of made up facts about giraffes.
Giraffes is the one math
Yeah.
rock album I own.
I've heard them in your car. Yeah, Giraffes
they're,
is great.
they're a lot of fun.
Yeah.
What's math rock, Precious?
Kathleen?
Okay, so math
Nice.
rock is like a. Have you ever thought, what if I could play my guitars in like 9/16th time?
Yeah.
It's very technical. It's
Yeah.
more like it is definitely like heavy and rocky and like catchy in parts, but there's a lot of technical bits that are more just like, look at what I can do
Sort
with
of.
my guitar and with notes
Yeah.
and at on a compositional value scale rather than a
Yeah.
catchy tune kind of scale.
It's
almost
very
more about the
deliberately
creation.
complex.
How many
I-
time signatures can I fit in this song alternating from bar to bar?
I
Not
have
that quick. But
a question that is going to really sound like it's in bad faith, but I assure you it's being asked authentically.
Okay.
How much is music just musicians showing off to each other?
A lot.
Solid 30%.
Yeah.
That's true of a lot of art, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. A band called Elephant Gym.
I
Nothing.
feel like I've heard them before.
Elephant Jim.
Okay.
Oh, Ben, you got something there?
Ian got me water. It's down here.
Lap Fox Tracks.
I'm sorry, you're going to have to pick more mainstream bands. I've never heard of these.
And Starbusser.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, like, these aren't, like, even the ones that I have heard of other than Drafts, I don't listen to them, so I don't have, like, a strong opinion.
All right. Good. Well, fair enough.
Maybe if some of these bands were in foil.
Oh,
Oh my god! Is foil the seed word now for that one? Oh my god!
If we keep saying that, we're going to get foiled by engineering.
Oh my god!
I mean, that does kind of bring us around to the fact that there are 14 minutes remaining in that $9.42 donation drive
why are you touching the
for
floor?
a full set of 2015 Modern Masters 2, it looks like, in, as you may have already figured out,
Saber?
full foil.
I believe we call that a counter.
Wow. Dominated!
Brilliant.
Hey, was anyone here for Zeta last night?
Yes.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
What is this?
No, no.
So,
I don't know. They made us remove the body.
So,
Is that before Beej died?
yes,
Correct. And then
that is actually exactly
Beej
what that
dies
is.
death.
And after Beach died.
Yes.
Yes.
But I don't understand how any of the things under it relate.
Yes.
And it was like a stream of consciousness. We just answered James's questions, and everyone just shouted out things that they thought would happen before, during, and after Beach's death.
Huh.
Okay.
Because we knew it was coming.
Yes.
If you wanted to do a little bit more of that with other band names, we could pull a few from the chat.
Oh,
Yeah, let's pull some bands from the chat.
Okay.
Yeah. What do I see here?
There's a what?
That was
yeah.
that
Yeah,
was there.
the news made us get rid of that.
Yeah.
Really? I'm not joking.
They were like, can you not? It looks weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
That's fair.
You're letting the man tell you what you do?
All right.
Yes.
Circus of Kirkus shouts out Lizzo.
Yeah.
Lizzo's amazing.
Yeah, I saw her in maybe less than ideal circumstances, and it was great.
All right.
How you feeling, Andrew?
Kathleen.
Yes.
Queensryche.
Sure?
as hell.
Question mark?
Okay. Mastodon.
I like.
Poor man's Baroness.
I mean, yeah, but they're still good.
Yeah,
Even a poor man's Baroness is pretty good.
yeah.
Ben doesn't know what to make of that.
Conflicting.
Yeah,
He's cursed.
Well, a lot of people regard Baroness as the poor man's Mastodon, which is why I use that comparison.
Baroness are not the poor man's
No,
Mastodon.
not at all. They rule.
Ooh, hey, somebody said the Mountain Goats, who are great.
Mountain Goats are amazing.
Deaf Heaven.
They might be
Death Heaven's
giants.
incredible. The Sunburn, that album, so good.
Kathleen.
Yeah.
They might be giants.
Okay,
be.
I have a
Check.
funny.
Hi.
I have a funny story about them.
I figured it out. we didn't. Is it that?
It's so loud.
It's so loud.
Kathleen, you were saying.
I have a funny story about They Might Be Giants.
Uh-huh.
Please.
The Johns.
Yeah.
Just gonna scoot back
So-
here for a second.
What's the album of theirs with the squid on it? The internet will know what I'm talking about.
Oh.
On the cover.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
Okay, so
No. Damn it.
back in the day,
Yeah.
an artifact went around my group of friends. It was called, in somewhat hushed tones, the comedy tape. And it contained a bunch
Really
of jokey
reaching.
music and that some older kid had put together. And it had been passed down through generations. Or maybe not generations, but it had been passed down through many people. And the cover had gone. So nobody knew,
mic's still
Apollo
live.
18. Thank you.
Hot.
That's a hot night there, Corey.
They know it's
Oh,
hot.
okay.
They're trying to make it not feedback.
So the comedy tape, the comedy tape, the thing that told you what was on the tape had been lost to the ages. It came from another high school and was delivered onto ours,
Yeah.
and was passed around in cars and trucks while teenagers were doing things that we'll describe are not legal. Were not legal then, but are legal now. We'll put it that way.
Very discreet.
Yeah, it was a discreet way of describing my high school activities, we'll say.
Just cranking your hog.
Listening to R-rated music.
Right.
Right, listening to parental advisory things because we
Yeah.
anyhow. So anyhow, we didn't know what was on this tape, and for years, and after a while, we figured out some of the stuff that was on there, like "Pepper" by the Butthole Surfers was on there, stuff like that, just sort of goofy music.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Keep telling your story.
That's okay, goofy music. Yes, gay marriage. That's what we were up to. But it was goofy music in general. And I never knew what was on this tape. And it turns out, I was many years later. I was chatting with Molly Lewis online, and she's just like, "Have you heard any They Might Be Giants?" And I'm like, not really. She's like, "I love this band." And I was like, "Well, if you love it, that's a good enough reason for me to listen to it. You've got great taste in music."
Team order. Very nice.
Team order.
Very nice, very nice. And so she's like, "All right, listen to this album." And I start listening to it, and I'm like, "Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is the comedy tape." It turns out the comedy tape was like 90% They Might Be Giants, Apollo 18, with a few other songs mixed in. So, like, something like, more than 15, 20 years later, Molly Lewis solved the mystery of my high school mixtape.
Yeah.
Thank you, Molly Lewis, who is probably a much better child in high school than I was, with all my gay marriage.
So,
Yeah,
They Might Be Giants.
They Might Be Giants.
Yeah, what else do you see in there?
You didn't actually give render any opinion on them.
Oh, I like them.
Okay, good. Great, thank you.
Why would I have been telling that story if I was like, and then at the end I figured out that they huffed butt. They were like the auditory equivalent of listening to a fart.
So, just real quick, this is a team order milestone here. Is Team Chaos successfully going to hit 420.069 though?
That's a good
Oh, that's
question.
a big ask.
Not that big of an ask. You only need one person.
I mean, I don't think they're going to hit it in the next 9
one
minutes.
person with $69 and a dream.
I was going to say, for that number, you patently need more than one person.
Yeah,
Future Islands, they're okay.
they're fine.
Rise Against.
I have no opinion.
Weezer.
Eh.
I mean, like, everybody has the, like, they used to be good and now they're whatever, and, like, there's a reason that everybody has that opinion.
Mm-hmm.
They're fun.
Sex Bob-omb is not a real band.
Not a real band.
Sorry. Ween.
Some of their albums are good and some are bad, but the Ween guys are not very nice. They're kind of jerks, so that impedes my enjoyment of their music.
Don't be jerks.
Styx.
I have no opinion on Styx.
Mr. Roboto is still
I mean,
bops.
I love the Gorillaz. I've seen them twice now.
Muse.
Oh.
Speaking of bands that used to be good,
I think Muse were always bad, and they fooled us by putting out 2 good albums and 1 okay album.
yeah, I mean, like, they had that really solid period, and then I always described it to people as Muse really wanted to be Queen, and then the government wouldn't let them, so they just started releasing music about how bad the government was, but that music wasn't any good.
I think Matt Bellamy is a fruitcake.
Yeah, Matt Bellamy's a conspiracy theorist who thinks that
extremely-
aliens are real.
Oh, yeah, no, him
Yeah.
and what's his name from Blink-182 should hang out.
Oh, they should.
Oh, maybe they do. Maybe that's how they got all.
Sorry, formerly of Blink-182, they
Yeah.
finally bounced him.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You know, because of the aliens.
Because of the aliens.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drones was quite bad. Yes, thank you. That's every recent Muse album.
VNV Nation.
Classic industrial.
Yeah, I've got no opinion. Charisma
Like,
dot-
if you're going for industrial, like, they deliver. They're solid.
Yeah, Charisma.com I feel like have some very good songs and a lot of like okay songs.
Yeah.
I'm curious to
But
see what happens with the new release.
their good ones are real good.
Yeah, their good ones are great. But their okay songs are like fine.
Selfish one, I saw somebody in there shout out Modern Baseball. Yo.
Skinny Puppy.
Modern Baseball. Very
Skinny
good.
Puppy rule.
Skinny Puppy rule. Yeah.
What about all the associated acts?
They rule to varying
run
lesser
down the list?
degrees.
Yeah.
Like Frontline Assembly,
Oh God,
Front 242.
there's so many of them. They're all okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Skinny Puppy's the best.
Someone really got me the other day because I think it was Rec was asking, like, what is a biscuit 2 of that a Triscuit is 3 of?
What?
Right? Right?
Yeah.
And someone in chat was like, a wumpskit? And I was like, wow,
Yeah.
that's weird.
Is that why they're called that?
No, it's
No.
because of how many times it's baked.
Baked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why didn't they get it right the first time?
Oh, Type 1 says Mr. Bungle. Mr. Bungle are a really weird band because they got one album that's fantastic and 2 albums that are nigh unlistenable unless you're a Mr. Bungle super fan.
I just don't like whatever that. What's the guy's name from that?
Mike
He's also-
Patton?
Yeah, there's something about the stuff that he produces that is just not my jam.
Like The Darkness?
Darkness can be
Eh.
fun.
No. He doesn't produce the band The Darkness.
Oh.
He is the voice of The Darkness in the game The Darkness.
Oh yeah, because he's just like.
Of course.
Yeah.
He's got like something like a 6
Kathleen.
octave range. He's got an incredible voice.
Kathleen,
Yes.
you got 5 minutes left in your shift.